Hello everybody and welcome to the premiere of SeaPort Tycoon, the very first recorded video of the game. Today I wanted to show you the very basic functionalities of the game, not only in screenshots but in motion pictures, and I really hope you are going to like it. So a port management game is about managing containers, ships, and trucks. And for this reason, I'm going to start with a rather small map, as you can see here. These maps will be then in the subsequent versions of the game will be bigger. I'm recording actually from the developer's console, so you're going to see also the debugging, etc. Um, a lot of things are still being in development, which means that you will see a lot of non-optimized features, underperformance, and also prototyping assets. But still, I hope you're going to like this game. And yeah, let's jump into it. So first of all, to receive some ships that are bringing in some containers, I am going to place here some docks. For this reason, I'm building here inline 3 static docks. They are not going to move. There is also the options that they are capable to drive on crane on tracks, but I will keep it for another video. And the blue area here shows me what is more or less the size of the ship that could be fitted into it. So it's rather a small ship, and this should be okay. As a next step, I will need some electricity. I'm going to place it close to the docks. I will also need some yards. So these yards look something like that. There are different types of yards. So white yards are referring to containers that are strictly coming in from ships. So all white containers that you are going to see are coming from ships. But then we have the type of outgoing containers. So those will be yards that are referring only to containers that trucks brought in, and they are supposed to be loaded on ships. As a then progress in the game, you will be in the position to also filter or select or stack everything according to the colors. And based on that, the port will gain more efficiency, more reputation, and whatsoever. So I'm going to delete this here, and we will move on. So now having done this very basic setup, because it's a bureaucratic game, we will need also a head office. I will put it just here now on the side, and a ship coordination office. And with the ship coordination office, I should be already in the position to see somewhere a truck coming in. Yeah, maybe also connecting the offices to the energy grid would make sense so that they can work. And then here we go. Yeah, our very first ship is coming in, what is great. So I will stop here for a while. So the idea here is that smaller ships can also go in not so deep waters, but the map can be done deeper and steeper, and based on that, the leveling function does not work properly, but I'm quite sure. So you can make the waters deeper, and this means also, of course, that bigger ships will be capable to drive through your port. So terraforming will be or is supposed to be an integral part of the game, so that the player needs to think also about the paths that the ships need to be done. So it's not only about streets, but also about the water area, and flat waters can only handle ships that are not so big, and bigger ships will require more deeper waters. Yeah, and the ultimate goal is to increase capacities and build loading areas which are way bigger. So the ships, as you can see, it's also a prototype, but the ships will have then different scaling, different sizes, different depths, and the ultimate goal is to load a megalodon, a big, super big ship, which brings a lot of containers in, but at the same time a lot of containers needs to be loaded. And if this can be handled, the overall performance and reputation of the overall port will grow. So at this stage we go with a small ship, and we start to, and the unloading is ongoing. As you can see, the very first containers are going already to pile up. So we need to think about an option how to get them out from the port. And for this we will need trucks. So I will try to connect this area with the road network, and for this reason I will also put street cranes. So street cranes will play also an integral part of the game. There are different types of street cranes, also with different ranges, and more or less a different function, and at the same time they will have also different speed levels. So this will be then more or less displayed with the color. And it's not only about street cranes, but also for docks. If we look at the docks, they will have different speeds. So red is the medium speed, and fast speed will be blue, and it can be also wider range. And if I would put it now here, what I want to, but just for presentation purposes, of course the range to handle a ship will be much bigger, and then a much bigger container ship can come in. So, but okay, let's stay now at the moment with this. And as a next step, I will need, as said before, a shorter crane. So here this shorter crane connects those container yards with the street. So with that I should be already in the position to receive some trucks that could come in to and do the job. What is also very useful in this context is a container management office. So this container management office will call for the trucks, and here they are coming. So now you might be surprised, what is this? Yes, those are trucks with trailers, but they are not taking care much about each other. They are simply driving into each other in. Of course, in the final game, they are going to queue up and wait until it's their time to handle their job. But I'm keeping it at the moment during the development like this, because I want also to test the stress level of the overall game. So at the moment I'm having 170 trucks in my port, and I think just for the sake to measure the performance. Yeah, so they are keeping incoming. This setup, I can tell you already right now, is maybe not the best one, because the container yard is being kept busy by these docks. So that's why this crane cannot work on that. So maybe I will stop for a while the incoming ship. So let's do this ship do the job, and then it will leave. So that we can, so once the work of these docks has been done, then this crane can start to work again. And this is what is now happening here. That's why it's so slowly removing the containers from this yard in the direction of the ships. If there are too many trucks that are leaving empty, so they are coming in empty and leaving empty, this is not good for the reputation and of the port. So the game, the player, the gamer needs to think about how to handle this in a different way. And for these reasons, there are a lot of tools how to approach those things and build the things differently. Maybe just one final word about the queuing up, or the planned queuing up of the trucks, because at the moment it doesn't play any huge roles. Of course, if you have once there will be trucks here queuing up, the traffic will not move at all and block itself. And for this reason, the player will have the option to elaborate on a broader network of streets. And it took a while to develop it, but I think it's working properly now. Also an extensive road network can be used, and the streets can be piled up, what I think is could be pretty useful in this scenario. And yeah, let's connect it. So the trucks will have then options how to avoid traffic jams, etc. But this will force the player to elaborate a little bit more on his street network, piling up everything. Okay, so I stopped now the incoming ships. Now let's take a look at the different side. Let's look at the supplies of containers from the trucks to the port, so from the local industry, so to say. And they are supposed to come in and unload their containers here. Did I forget something? Ship coordinate. No, they're coming in. So I thought there is a bug now in. So they are now coming in, and they will be immediately placed close to the dock. So the challenge is to have as many containers, outgoing containers or colored containers, close to the docks. So then when a ship arrives, unloads his own containers, that he can quickly put his own up. And of course there are a lot of trucks now, and maybe we could think about options how to speed things up. And this could be done, for instance, by placing more cranes into this, and then 3 cranes can of course handle more trucks than just 1 crane. So yeah, the local industry is bringing in now new containers. So I'm going to delete this. So here we go. And I think I could think about putting again the incoming ships. So I deleted it just for show you how it works. So now the ship should also again come in. So here we go. It is incoming. And now more or less the full picture of incoming containers and outgoing containers should appear. Of course, looking at the port as it is, maybe it is not the best option to have something like this that uh, most of the jobs are done here. So there would be a very high density of jobs, too many trucks coming in, too many container yards being blocked by cranes, etc. So there could be also some further options where I could, for instance, establish a different crane in a different location of the port. Let's say it will be here. So I want to move those trucks a little bit further so that there will be not too much traffic jam and these guys will be not too busy. And I could think about conveyor belts. So this is something that is a must-have in nowadays games. And I could establish conveyor belts here with a beautiful rotator and then outgoing again. So I hope I meet these outgoing containers. And at this end I could post also a short range crane, and here as well. So these guys could help me out in receiving the incoming containers here and then moving them on the side to this. Then at least I can manage to relocate some of the trucks that are heading for these locations to this area, and this is already happening here, and I hope it works out. So now I'm bringing with this option containers from a completely different area close to the docks, and based on that I could then put them into the dockyards and make the container ready for putting it somewhere on the ship. So as mentioned, it's still being in development. It's not everything has been polished or reviewed or whatever. A lot of things are still in the prototyping thing, in the prototyping process, just for the sake to have a workable solution. The development continues of the game. When the game is going to be released in some sort of a version, I can't tell you, but it would be great to have you already on board to follow the game and to make also your comments on everything what you see that might require more attention from my side. So at this stage I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you like this presentation, and yeah, hope to see you soon next time. Thanks a lot and have a great day.